K-pop shockwave in Los Angeles. What is really happening to Jin's health? And why is HYBE silent while Jungkook speaks out? The air in Los Angeles turned heavy with whispers and speculation when BTS's Jin was suddenly spotted being escorted into a medical facility under discreet but visible security measures. The images and fragmented eyewitness accounts ignited a storm across global fan communities, especially among ARMY, who have been left grappling with one alarming question. Why is no one from HYBE addressing the truth about Jin's condition? And why is it Jungkook, not the company, who is quietly hinting at the reality behind the scenes? Sources close to the situation describe the moment as urgent, deliberate, and far from routine. Jin, known for his unwavering energy and seemingly unshakable resilience, had reportedly been pushing through relentless schedules despite ongoing fatigue. Witnesses in Los Angeles claim they saw him arriving at a private wing of a hospital, shielded from the public eye, yet unable to hide the tension surrounding his arrival. The absence of any official, detailed statement has only intensified the global anxiety. Fans first grew suspicious when Jin's public appearances became increasingly rare, replaced by vague social media updates that gave no concrete clues about his actual state. Jungkook's recent candid remarks during an informal live stream only deepened the mystery. Without naming specifics, he urged fans to keep supporting and send strength, sparking speculation that he was subtly addressing Jin's current health battle. His choice of words, measured, somber, and devoid of his usual lighthearted tone, left audiences with a sense that something serious was unfolding in the highly scrutinized world of K-pop, where every public move is calculated. The lack of transparency from HYBE has created a vacuum that online speculation has rushed to fill. Some point to the grueling demands placed on idols, citing Jin's known history of prioritizing performances and appearances even at the expense of rest. Others recall earlier fan-captured footage where Jin appeared visibly drained, prompting questions about whether those moments were early signs of the current crisis. Compounding the concern are recent unverified reports suggesting Jin's time in Los Angeles was not purely for promotional activities, but was, in fact, tied to medical consultations with specialists. Industry insiders, speaking under condition of anonymity, note that Los Angeles is home to several elite facilities specializing in advanced treatment for conditions often kept confidential by high-profile clients. Whether Jin is there for a short-term recovery or a more prolonged intervention remains a matter of speculation, yet the imagery of him in a guarded hospital setting is enough to unsettle even the most composed fans. Jungkook's involvement in the narrative is both unexpected and telling. Historically, BTS members have maintained a united front in addressing sensitive topics, with information flowing in carefully timed official channels. Jungkook breaking that pattern, even subtly, indicates the emotional weight of the situation. His visible unease during the live stream, coupled with brief pauses before speaking about health and well-being, suggests a level of personal concern that is difficult to mask. For ARMY, this was the first crack in the wall of corporate silence. The silence from HYBE, whether strategic or circumstantial, is becoming a story of its own. In the fast-moving digital age, each day without an update fuels speculation, rumors, and even panic. Has Jin been overworked to the point of medical intervention? Was his trip to Los Angeles an emergency decision made in the shadow of a worsening condition? And perhaps most pressing, what exactly is being withheld from the public? Some observers argue that withholding details might be an attempt to respect Jin's privacy, a principle that should outweigh public curiosity. Yet others counter that the unique relationship between BTS and their fanbase, a dynamic built on openness, shared milestones, and mutual trust, makes the silence not just frustrating but damaging. In this climate of uncertainty, every ambiguous post, every absence from group content, and every shift in tone from the members is dissected with forensic precision by millions worldwide. Adding to the intensity, ARMY has mobilized across platforms, trending global hashtags demanding answers, expressing support, and urging HYBE to break its silence. Fans are sharing compilation videos of Jin's past interviews where he mentioned physical exhaustion, drawing connections between those statements and the current situation. They point to how Jin has always shouldered his commitments without public complaint, a trait admired by many but now seen as potentially dangerous if it masked underlying health issues for too long. Meanwhile, Los Angeles locals who claim to have seen the BTS entourage during Jin's visit describe unusually tight security and minimal interaction with the public, an anomaly for a city accustomed to celebrity sightings. Medical insiders, though careful not to confirm specific patients, note that the timing aligns with specialized treatment windows offered to high-profile clients seeking privacy. Jin's situation also raises questions about the long-term health implications for idols navigating extreme schedules. Historically, the industry has faced criticism for overworking performers, and Jin's current circumstances may highlight systemic issues. The meticulous choreography, endless rehearsals, promotional appearances, and international travel create a cumulative physical strain that is often invisible to the public eye until it manifests in urgent medical needs. From an emotional standpoint, the strain is no less severe. Fans recount social media moments where Jin expressed concern for the well-being of fellow members, often putting their needs above his own. The sudden pivot to him needing care himself generates a collective unease, as followers wrestle with the tension between admiration and genuine worry. The narrative now is no longer about staged performances or viral content. It is about human fragility, health, and the invisible toll of relentless ambition. The contrast between Jungkook's subtle disclosure and HYBE's silence underscores a deeper tension between transparency and management discretion. By speaking indirectly, Jungkook has created both reassurance and ambiguity, leaving fans oscillating between hope and alarm. The question becomes unavoidable. Will the truth emerge through official channels, or will the narrative continue to unfold through indirect hints and fan speculation? Moreover, international media have begun to pick up on the story, emphasizing not only Jin's health, but also the broader cultural and corporate dynamics at play. Commentators note that global interest in K-pop magnifies scrutiny on management decisions, raising ethical questions about idol welfare and corporate responsibility. Each day, without clarity, amplifies these concerns, intensifying the sense of urgency among supporters and observers alike. In Los Angeles, Jin's presence at a hospital, the guarded security, and the limited information provided are creating a scenario where speculation may be as influential as confirmed facts. While privacy remains a critical consideration, the emotional investment of fans worldwide has made this a high-stakes situation. The combination of physical, mental, and emotional pressures is now front and center in public discourse, emphasizing the delicate balance between celebrity, fandom, and well-being. What unfolds in the coming days could reshape the conversation, not just around Jin's immediate condition, but around the broader issue of idol health management in the K-pop industry. For now, fans wait, speculate, and hope that the next piece of information brings clarity rather than more questions. But as the hours pass without a definitive statement, one truth becomes increasingly hard to ignore. Something significant is happening behind the guarded doors of that Los Angeles hospital, and the world is watching. The intensity of ARMY's concern, coupled with Jungkook's cautious engagement, paints a complex picture. Jin's health is no longer a private matter. It has become a focal point for discussions on the ethics of idol labor, transparency in entertainment management, and the psychological toll of global stardom. Observers note that the current scenario could set a precedent for how agencies balance privacy, corporate control, and fan expectations in the future. In conclusion, Jin's condition in Los Angeles represents more than a single artist's health scare. It is a lens through which the pressures, vulnerabilities, and responsibilities within the global K-pop industry are being examined. Every guarded movement, every indirect statement, and every silent day adds layers of tension to an already fraught situation. The world waits, anxious, empathetic, and deeply aware that behind the glamour of international stardom lies a human story demanding both attention and care.